The income and tax questions you see in the financial section will vary depending on your previous answers on the FAFSA, if you filed taxes in 2024, and if your FSA ID is verified with the Social Security Administration. In this video, we'll review the following scenarios. You consented and did not file taxes. You consented and filed US taxes. You consented but are ineligible for the direct data exchange. If you have questions about consenting to the IRS sharing your federal tax information with the FAFSA via the direct data exchange, check out our video in the description. If you consented and did not file taxes, you will be asked whether or not you filed a 2024 IRS Form 1040 or 1040-NR. You should say no if you did not file taxes in 2024. Next, you may see a question asking which situations apply to you. You should review the options presented and select the most relevant option. If you didn't file taxes and live in the US, it will probably be among the bottom 3 choices. If you need that information, check out the description for a link to the 2024 tax filing thresholds. If you are a non-filer, you will not be asked any questions about income, and you should be able to move on to the next section of the FAFSA. If you consented and are a US tax filer, and if you said you are married on the FAFSA, you'll be asked if you filed a 2024 joint tax return with your current spouse. If the answer is no, you may need to provide tax information manually. If you aren't married, you won't see this question. The next set of questions will vary based on information from your taxes. You may see 2 questions, one about IRA rollovers and the other about pension rollovers. If you have any rollovers on your taxes, you should include those amounts here. You'll know you have a rollover if it says rollover to the left of lines 4B or 5B on the 1040 tax form. The next few questions are ones that every tax filer sees. The first asks for the number of college grants, scholarships, or AmeriCorps benefits reported as income to the IRS. This is rare and would only be the case if you are a student who received and reported taxable grants or scholarships. If you see the word scholarship next to line 1A with a dollar amount or have a dollar amount on line 8R of Schedule 1, you should report it for this question. The next question asks about foreign earned income exclusion, found on line 8D of Schedule 1. Once you click Next, you should be in the next section of the FAFSA. If you consent, you could be ineligible for the direct data exchange if you filed a foreign tax return, filed a tax return with a U.S. territory, do not have a verified FSA ID, are recently separated or divorced, or for another reason. If you are ineligible for the direct data exchange, you must manually provide income and tax information. Once you navigate to the tax section, you'll see the complete list of questions on one page. There is minimal help text on this page, but if you are a U.S. tax filer, a link at the top will show you the exact tax lines to pull from your 1040. Use this help text and your 1040 tax form to answer the questions on this page. If you are a foreign tax filer, you'll need to convert the currency to US dollars and try to align your foreign tax return with the questions on the page. You should be prepared to follow up with the college to provide additional information.